Yeah.
Okay, welcome to Pittsburgh Chatter, where I do interviews where I want, whenever I want, with who I want. And today we got a special guest today, one of my best friends, the realest people, Jamiya.
Me.
Okay, we glad to see you out here smiling.
Facts, I'm excited.
All right, so let's hop right into it.
Okay.
When was the first time we met, if you remember?
Oh my goodness. I don't remember exactly, but we met through my cousin Deja.
Deja, correct.
And we used to always hang out and do random stuff. We used to stay at Frick Park. We are at Frick Park a lot. Facts. I don't remember exactly. Do you remember? Because I don't.
Yeah, we first time I personally know, it was at a food. I don't want to call it Denny's, but either Denny's or IHOP.
It was IHOP because I have a picture.
Yeah, when you got that soggy ass fruit salad that you were disappointed in. You remember this. You were disappointed in the fruit salad. Let's just be real.
Facts, it wasn't that great, but facts, I do. What did you get? You got something small.
I didn't get anything. That's why you
Facts.
guys were teasing me.
Facts, we did pick on you because you didn't get anything.
Yeah.
So everyone else got food but you.
I had
Facts.
ate all the way already before I came, so that's not something that I was really pressed about. But I picked off some people's plates.
I guess that explains that then.
All right.
My bad for making fun of you. My
That's
bad.
cool. It's cool. It's no problem. So let's start with some childhood stories. What's vibrant memories that you have from your childhood?
Oh my goodness, it's funny because the first thing that comes up was like, okay, so I was probably like, damn, we was young as shit. It was me and my friend Taylor. So one of our neighbors who was older than us, she had dropped her headphones in a dumpster when she was taking out the trash. And she seen us playing outside and she wanted us to help her get her headphones out the trash. And it's like a dumpster in which you can like shut the doors and close it and lock it.
Yeah, I got you.
So like she had a fucking chair that she was trying to get the headphones out, and she's like, "Can y'all come help me or whatever?" So me and my ignorant ass friend Taylor, we decided to lock her into the dumpster.
I didn't see this coming.
We literally shut the dumpster doors and like put a little thing down and locked her in there. She's yelling at us and cussing us out. I'm gonna get my sisters to beat y'all up. Da da da.
At what age is this?
I want to say like maybe like let me see, because I moved to that area when I was like 8 years old, so I might have been like 12ish.
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah, in Pittsburgh. I lived in Sharpsburg at the time, but facts, we definitely locked her in the dumpster.
She's rich if y'all didn't know. She grew up rich if you guys didn't know.
I did not grow up rich. And I'm not rich now, but I'm better off than I once was.
You came a long way, but we'll get to that.
Long way. Such a long way.
All right, so I've already asked you this question. I already know, but for the people, so
Okay.
one of your favorite high school teachers. We're going to skip ahead here.
High school. I can't even think of, Miss Stutt. Miss Stutt.
And why?
Because bruh, I wouldn't have got through if it wasn't for her. I ain't gonna lie.
One of them teachers.
She used to help me on my tests. Like everything, like facts. And I graduated early too, so like she definitely helped me accomplish that. Definitely missed that. I can tell you my worst, because I remember him vividly. It's funny because
Let's dive into that. Go ahead.
But not Mr. What's the name? Bro, I cannot think of his name, but he was social studies. And like I can't tell you what he did to me. One day he really pissed me off, so I walked out of class. And I'm like about to walk out of class, and remind you, I think there was one other black person in my classroom. So I'm about to walk out the classroom or whatever.
Hold on. Before you finish, tell them which school you went to. There's some background
Fox
to this.
Chapel.
Okay,
Fox
so
Chapel.
that's why she's saying she was one of the only black people. Proceed the
I
story.
swear, but like I'm about to walk out the classroom because Jamiya, if you leave, I'm calling security. I looked at him, I said, call him. But I can't tell you what he did to piss me off, but he pissed me off. But like I used to get myself out of trouble by going straight to guidance.
Guidance counselor. That's what they're here for.
Facts. I went straight to my guidance counselor and like I went on this whole rant about how much I did not like him. Facts. I cannot think of bro's name.
I remember you telling me, wasn't it like something ski? And I was like, he sounds like.
It's something with an S. It was
Yeah.
No, because Studebaker was my fucking 7th grade teacher. Who the fuck? Sinkowski. Mr.
Sinkowski. Yeah, there we go. Okay, because I remember you saying the name, and I was like, he sounds like he was just naturally a problem.
Facts, he pissed me off. He was this tall, lanky teacher that was social studies, and like he really pissed me off. Like, I don't walk about it. I'm gonna call security. Do it. I'm going to guidance anyway. I'm not gonna get in trouble. Like,
look, all right. So, because we gotta get this story in here. All right, we're gonna dive into about the. You've told me about the guy. the guy and the problem you had with the girls in the cafeteria. So let's run that story. We
Oh
gotta
my
tell that one.
goodness.
That one has to
Okay.
be told. Yeah.
So once upon a time, which way should I be looking? Because I'm looking all over the place. This way. Okay, so it is okay that I look this way. Oh, because I'm looking at you. So I'm like, okay, perfect.
You got it. You got
Okay,
it.
make sure. But okay, so once upon a time, I was talking to this guy. I'm not gonna say his name, even though I could, but I ain't gonna say his name. I was talking to a guy back in high school, and he had a girlfriend. I had no idea. You know how people try to be sneaky.
It was
back
easy
in the
in
day?
high school. Yeah, to
Bruh,
do
they
that.
was trying to be sneaky. He was dating a young girl too, because me and him were in the same grade, but she was like 2 years younger than us or whatever. But like literally, I'm sitting at lunch trying to eat my food, you know, enjoying my terrible school lunch. Anyway, terrible school lunch. I'm eating my food, and I had this girl walk up to me while I'm at the lunch table, and she's with her hands on her hips,
Ready to go.
ready to go with her two friends behind her, like, Jamiya, are you talking to such and such? I looked at her, and I'm like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, I was confused, and I said, I don't know, why don't you ask him? Me
Hold
being-
on, because how you're explaining this is as if she has a little bit of spice to her. So she was white, correct?
Correct.
Okay, proceed with the
And so were
story.
her two friends.
Okay.
But like, so like, I told her like, I don't know, why don't you, talk to him? But I felt some type of way because I knew the girl previously, and we had like a little sleepover with one of our mutual friends before. So like, she could have approached me by herself, pulled me to the side. So I kind of felt some type of way. So I had I found where she was sitting at lunch, because I actually at one point I sat with her at lunch, but I found where she sat at lunch, and I went over to her, and I kind of went off, and I felt bad because I made her cry in front of all her friends, and nobody said nothing, but I talked so bad to her because like, you could have came at me by yourself. Don't try to approach me being tough in front of your friends while I'm sitting down towering over me. Ooh, it pissed me off.
She was about that life.
It pissed me off. Like, did you want me to punch on you? Like, and it's not even about the guy, because that wasn't even a problem. It's just like, you approach people a certain way. You feel me? Like, don't approach me like that. Don't.
And the energy that was given off as if she wanted them problems.
Yeah,
correct?
like with your hands on your hips, two friends behind you. I'm sitting down, you towering over me. Like, I was not feeling that to the point. I could have let it slide, but I definitely got up and I found where she was sitting, and I went over to her and I talked bad to her because she started crying.
You guys worked it out in the end, though, right?
I actually worked it out. It's funny because then eventually, like the next day,
After you made her cry, correct?
after I made her cry. The next day, like, we both were mature about it. We seen each other the next morning, and we were walking in the hallway together. And it's funny because that guy that was the problem at the time. That guy definitely seen us walking next to each other. And we were talking about him. And I definitely told her, too, because I had recently found out he was messing with someone else, too. So I'm like, oh, and he's messing around with her, too. And we walked to where she was in the morning. And I'm like, so you messing with him, too? And she's like, yeah. Like, so, like, it wasn't just me, bro. We're just being a whore in high school. Like,
Dude was a player at Fox Chapel in high school. Let's let that sink in. Anybody can do this.
he was black, too. So, I mean, when you black and a cop, you know how that works.
Yeah, it's a little
works.
bit easier for you to move
Thanks.
around and finagle. All right, now, you do pretty good for yourself, but a lot of people don't know the backstory of that. Because, like, I've talked to you before, and I've talked to you in the past, and I watched you struggle and do what you have to do. Somewhat. Not all the way, but I've seen some of their struggle. All right, so you did college and was working. And was also paying your own bills around the age of what?
Well, I moved out my mom's house like 19 or 20.
Which isn't really usual.
Well, technically, I didn't move. I got kicked out. But I got kicked out my mom's house, and I had to figure it out. And I prospered.
But you did. So tell us what that process was like of working, going to school, paying your bills by yourself. At that
Depressing.
age.
Stressful.
Aw, okay.
But then, like, I ain't gonna lie, I had a toxic boyfriend at the time who helped me out. I ain't gonna lie, he was toxic, but, like, he definitely, like, at one point he was like, go part-time. I was working full-time. He said go part-time, and he paid bills. So, like,
So you were doing full-time while in school.
yeah, I was doing full-time.
I didn't even know that was physically possible. But look now. Look. All flight
Swear.
glasses, Yeezys, but proceed. Go ahead.
You know. But no, facts. It was definitely a stressful period of time. But I did have a little help. I ain't gonna say it was just, I had a little help during that time. But it was it's hard working full time. Like, because I couldn't really focus on school as much as I wanted to. I got through. I did it. But, like, it was definitely hard as fuck. Oh, man.
And you were working overnight, correct?
No, I was working evenings. So what was
Evenings,
that,
okay.
2 to 10 back
2
then?
to 10. All right, so your classes were from what to what?
It varied on, like, which, semester I was in. But, like, it'll be as late as, like, 5. From,
Okay,
like, 8 to
okay.
5 sometimes. It depends.
Okay. Hell, well, there's a lot there. Do you want to dive into the love life of the toxicity you went through?
My
Or do you wanna...
terrible love life.
It's gotten.
The love life I'm working on. We'll put it that way.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
terrible,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
definitely working on my love life now. I feel like since I made more money, my love life has become more difficult. And we've talked about
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
facts. It's become a lot more difficult. Like, niggas be broke.
It's,
Niggas be broke.
it's hard out here for the guys to be able to make it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They don't really be broke, though. Your status has went up.
Nah, they be broke.
And you're financially secure. There's things
Bruh.
around it. Like,
Bruh. I don't even want to embarrass myself saying I took someone on vacation once. Niggas be broke. When you got to take a guy on vacation and you paying for everything, that was the dumbest shit I ever did. But it was a learning experience. And he's a cool guy.
hold on. Stop. Before
said
you
don't
go
get
and
into
shit
that.
on guys, because I know the whole story. You had a good time.
I had a great
The
time. I'm not gonna
experience you
lie.
paid for, you enjoyed. He did his part. Now, was he broke? Yes. We struggle with that. We know. But what I'm saying to you is, he made sure you had a good time.
He did. Facts. We had a great. I'm not going. It was my first like baecation that I paid for.
No, not a
Let me add that in
vacation.
there.
Friendcation
Facts,
with
friend.
benefits.
Facts. With benefits. It was, facts. It was beneficial, but it was definitely a great experience. Other than the fact I paid for everything, but I have to be understanding of certain people's situations, and not everybody can move how I move sometimes.
You
You know what I
leveled
mean?
up.
Like,
You have leveled up.
yeah, and like I kind of like booked. That was a last minute trip too. So like literally, I'm telling him 2 weeks before, like, hey, I'm going to Dallas. Like, so I can't expect everyone to like have it together about it. So it worked out, but it was a great trip. Facts. Other than the fact he went through my phone, he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't have did
Guys,
that.
we don't do that. Don't go through the phone. You're going to find something you don't want to see every time, and it's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know how y'all be feeling when somebody go through y'all phone. Yeah.
But the worst part about that is like we had only been talking for like 2 months, maybe a little less than that. So it's like you're going through my phone 2 months or less than of us talking. It's just like, what do you expect to see in my phone? Like what do you
Ain't pay for the
expect?
fun, ain't pay for the trip. Then you got the audacity to even try.
Yeah, go through my phone and get upset. Like no.
All right, so dude's cut though, right?
It's funny. He just texted me on the way here.
Dun, dun,
He didn't even
dun.
know I was in Pittsburgh. He didn't know I was in Pittsburgh. He texted me like, "You off work today?" I said, "I'm in Pittsburgh, bro. Like I'm not even in St.
In the
Louis."
home city.
Yeah, like I'm back home.
All right,
now.
so let's talk about that because you did go from Pittsburgh to St. Louis, and it was during COVID when everyone wasn't, being able to make those type of moves, and you did it. And I remember talking to you saying, "Oh, I might go on this traveling job, and I'm trying to get out of Pittsburgh. This is the perfect opportunity to do that financially, and where you were at mentally, it was just the best option." So tell people how you made that transition because it's not easy to do, let alone during COVID. Well, you might want to dabble into what your job actually is too, so to understand.
Well, first of all, I'm a respiratory therapist. And right before I decided to move to St. Louis and take the travel job, I got my heart ripped to shreds. I was going through it mentally. I ain't gonna lie, I was really going through it at that time. So like I had to like do something that would be productive and like get my mind off the fact that I was just like so fucked up mentally at that time. So like when I got the opportunity to finally like move and go to a different state and make great money, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I was nervous because I'm going by myself. I'm going somewhere I don't know nobody, but like
This was temporary too.
yeah, like I was only supposed to be there for 3 months, and it's been like damn near a year now. So like I've been there for a good minute now, but whew, it was one of the best decisions I ever made for myself, to be honest.
So did you just get up and go, or was this a process? Because to me, I talked to you. It seemed like it happened extremely fast. It was
did.
unexpected.
It did.
Yeah.
Because look, the hospital I work at, they needed people ASAP. So like, literally, I want to say it was like maybe I applied like 3 weeks before they needed me to come. So like it was like 3 weeks before I needed to come. So like I had to hurry up and get everything together, get housing together, like figure out how I'm going to get there and all that. So like I had to do everything like last minute. So it was literally probably like, yeah, within like 3 weeks I ended up moving after applying for the job. Like they needed people ASAP. So like it was a quick process. I drove all the way to St. Louis, 9.5 hours from Pittsburgh by myself. No, not by myself, with my fish and my dad. My biological dad, who I hadn't seen in how many years? Since I was 8 years old. I don't know how many years that is.
Perfect segue. I wanted to dive more into the transition, but since you're going to naturally just create that for me. All right, so what were your parents like? And then, all right, so you've had one parent that you live with, and you had one parent that wasn't so much in your life. So you can start wherever you want and pick the litter. So.
Okay, well, so my mom has been married since I was like, what? So my stepdad has been in my life since I was 6 years old. My mom has been married for like 16 years now, 16, 17 years now. So my stepdad is who I call dad. Like that's my dad. But I have a biological dad who wasn't really in my life until I moved to St. Louis. And like, it's just like pretty much, it was just like my mom and my stepdad. That's my mom and dad. You know what I mean? Like when you grow up and your real dad's not there, but you have another man filling that void. That's who you're
stepping up.
Yeah, like that's who took care of me. That's who gave me money. That's who did what they were supposed to do when it came to me. So like
naturally.
So like that's kind of how my upbringing was. Just my stepdad and my mom who were married, and then eventually like it's crazy because right before I moved to St. Louis, literally the day before, my biological dad contacted me. Literally the day before, like, so he calls me, starts talking to me. Like, he didn't even know I was a respiratory therapist. He didn't know nothing about me. So, like, I had to tell him, and I'm like, well, I'm moving to St. Louis tomorrow. He's like, huh? He's like, who are you going with? How are you getting there? I said, I'm driving by myself, like, and I'm going by myself. And he's like, oh, no, trying to be a dad. But, I had to give him, you know what I mean? I had to forgive my dad.
You're older, so you understand. You don't know everything, you know what I'm saying?
I had to forgive him. I couldn't be bitter and mad and have them daddy issues for the rest of my life. I knew that was something I was going to have to deal with. So he's like, oh, no, you're not going by yourself. Like, when are you going? Blah, blah, blah. Like, he's like, I'm going to go with you. So I'm like, I called my mom, like, hey, I talked to my real dad. He said he wanted to drive with me. My mom was okay with it because she didn't really want me driving out there by myself either. But she couldn't go with me because she had work and shit. So, like, I ended up driving out there with my dad, and it actually turned out to be great. And me and him have a cool relationship now. Like my dad, he not that, he not that bad. I forgive him. I ain't mad. Facts. It
so
is
everything's kosher.
Yeah, like it's cool. I actually need to call him and let him know I'm in Pittsburgh. I ain't tell his ass, but
listen, that's the thing about coming back to your home city. You got a lot of people you got to connect with, and there's certain people that are more important than others. Naturally, it's just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how the world works. But yeah, so you got a couple siblings there too, don't you?
Wee. My mom got 6 kids. 6. She popped out 6 of them motherfuckers. And then like my biological dad, my stepdad got 1 son that's not with my mom. And then like my biological dad, he probably got like maybe 8 kids. I'm not sure. I have siblings I haven't seen since I was a kid, like, which is kind of fucked up.
You start seeing your siblings less and less the older you get. I don't know why that is. When you're kids, you're around them consistently though. And then, like, you get older, and it's just like, I guess everyone has their own lives.
Facts. I got an older brother and an older sister who I haven't seen in a minute.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite sibling? Duke. My little brother,
the fact
Duke.
That you didn't even say, I love all my siblings equally. You knew exactly who it was. Duke.
Facts. Everybody know that. My mom will tell you, like, she know Duke is my favorite sibling. Like, he's been attached to me ever since he was younger. Like, like when he was younger, he used to always sleep in my bed. Like, he would always, in the middle of the night, instead of going to his parents' bed, he would always come to my bed. Like, me and Duke were always like this. Like, that's like little big brother. He taller than me now, too. I seen him yesterday.
I seen you post him, and I'm just like, little brothers? Where? Facts, these are grown men.
Facts. Like, it be blowing me because, like, I was gone for a whole year, and, like, it's crazy. I was here in, July? And my little brothers weren't taller than me. I come back now, and these niggas is taller than me. Like, I'm so mind blown by that, but I'm so proud of them and, like, their personalities and, like, how they are. Like, Duke is so mature, and it's just I love it so much. I love it. Yeah. And he talk too much. Bro, that little girl.
So, let's... All right, we're going to have to do it. The dating life. How has the dating life changed for you from before making a certain... Because before, you wasn't broke before.
My bills were paid. I'll give it that much.
But now, the bills is paid. We're talking ample trips back to back. We're talking Off-White, Louis Vuitton, YSL. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hair done every week. On fleek all the time, consistently.
Don't be lying, cause my hair was just a not curly afro like 2
when
weeks
ago. When you was busting down them hours, that don't count. You at work.
At work.
There ain't nobody impressed at work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know we ain't pressing nobody at work. That's just, it's not what it is.
You definitely right about that. I don't be giving it.
So how has the life? I told you. You know my views on this. It's gonna be harder for you the more money you make because. Let's be real. A lot of guys don't have benefits, let alone a job. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be hard for you the more money you make. But, go ahead, explain it. Since everybody broke now.
Oh my goodness. But look, so when I was in Pittsburgh and I didn't have as much money, I felt like I always dealt with guys with money. Like, I never felt like a guy I was messing with was broke. I don't know if it's the city, and I don't want to shit on St. Louis, because there's probably some niggas in St. Louis with money, but like, all the guys I've dealt with in St. Louis have been broke. All of them. All of them. There's not been a single guy that has had money. And like, I don't know if like maybe my standards got a little bit higher, maybe that's the issue or what it is, but I feel like low key, since I've been making more money, my love life has become more difficult. And it also gets to the point too where like I know what I'm capable of, and I don't be wanting to feel like guys are using me. So it's just like, even like when I took someone on that guy on that trip, like, you know, I'm like, this nigga going, you know,
Hold on, stop
like me
right there.
for me, don't like me because I could take you on trips.
You
Like,
hear this, guys? You hear this? So what she's basically saying is she doesn't want to do what we have to do consistently. You don't like it, do you? It's a lot.
look, no, I'm a 50-50 type of bitch. I'll go 50-50. Like, if we want to take a trip, we can go half on everything. I have no problem with spending money. You feel me? But like, spending all my money and you just...
What's definitely not all the money. It's like 2% to you now. But go ahead. Talk
Like,
your
it's
shit.
just like, you know, me sitting here taking someone on the trip and like spending all my money. Like, it's cool because like, you know, eventually like maybe they'll return the favor. You feel me? Like, I don't mind doing it. And I know, like I said, not everyone can move how I move. So it's cool. But like, I feel like I've come across a lot of broke men lately.
And look, y'all.
And
I
I feel like I'm offending people. They gonna watch like, this bitch call me broke. Like, this bitch call
look,
me
it is what it is, bro. There is no like.
Look, you know you broke, bro.
There's a difference between not making a lot and being broke. And right now, I don't
Maybe they
believe
just not
anybody
making a
should.
lot.
Nobody should be broke. There's Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart. You don't got a car, you know what I'm saying? Go rake some leaves. It's about to be very snowy. Go hit a yard. There ain't no excuse to really be broke. I mean, that's just something people have to deal with between themselves. I'm not the best, but I gotta start getting the habit of not saying that, because I'm not broke. But you know what I'm saying? It do be struggles. Everybody got struggles.
Like,
you know
I
what I'm
don't mind someone not having the most money, but like the thing with me is have some ambition, know what you want to do. Like, you know, have an idea what you want to do, not potentially no, because you know everybody's still figuring shit out. But at least have an idea what you want to do. Because I'm a bitch, I'm gonna help you. You feel me? Like, you tell me what you want to do, like I'm gonna make sure that shit get done. You know what I mean? I'm gonna help you research and do what you gotta do. But like, I also came across a lot of guys who didn't even know what they want to do. Like, I asked guys like, you know, what are your goals? I don't know. What the fuck you mean you don't know?
No goals at all.
You don't know. Like, how you don't got a lot of money, but you really don't have an idea what you want to do, or you know, it don't.
They're not used to
sense for
people.
me.
Well, they're not used to the females that they come in contact with asking those type of questions. Because I'll be completely honest with you. A lot of the females that I talk, they don't really ask those type of questions. And
That's important to me.
when I ask them where they see like the future, you know what I'm saying, where they want to be, it's immediately like, oh, I want to be successful. I want to have this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, so
How?
marriage is out the window.
But maybe just that how. Like, people say they want to be successful, they want to have a lot of money, but how? Like, you know what I mean? They
gotta
don't be
have a
knowing
game
how.
plan.
Like,
Yeah.
and I had a guy say that, so, you know, I know I'm gonna be rich and I'm gonna be good. How, bro? I said, so what do you want to do? I don't know. Bro, like, figure, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta write down some shit and figure it out, because you're not gonna be no bum fucking with me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't be with no bum.
And everybody has special skills. They just got to tap into them.
Facts.
That's definitely a lot. So, out of every person you feel as if though you had a relationship or was serious with in some sort of fashion, who do you feel like was the best? Well,
My
of course.
best relationship.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, definitely my ex.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's not that ex, but the most recent relationship I
There's
had.
X and Y's here, people.
The ex and Y's. But like, literally, I dated a guy who was older who actually had kids. But it was one of the most peaceful learning experiences for me, because like I went through having like a toxic relationship to dealing with someone who's more mature, and like it was just so peaceful. He knew how to communicate. Like, I had learned in that relationship that like, whenever you're gonna have problems, period. You know what I mean? But like, you have to learn how to respect your partner. And he respected me despite like all the issues we had. I never got called no bitch, no hoe. He never put his hands on me. You know what I mean? So I learned that like, okay, like it is normal to have a relationship like this. You know what I mean? You don't have to deal with toxic shit. You feel me? Like, it was definitely my ex. It was the most peaceful relationship I ever had. Facts. Even though he had kids and all that, even that, like, his baby's mom was
That might have been a
cool.
part of the maturity, though.
Yeah, facts. And his kids were like 12 too, so they were older. You feel me? But like, it definitely was like, it taught me how to be in a relationship and just respect your partner. You feel me? Like, no matter what y'all go through, respect your partner. He definitely was a respectful person, and it wasn't full of drama. Even though you would think sometimes you deal with niggas with babies' moms and it'd be a whole bunch of drama. But his baby's mom was cool. Like, dropped the kids off. You know, she ain't starting nothing with me. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't no drama behind that.
So your ideal man, of course, isn't a guy with kids.
No.
But you will put up with someone if they have all their things in. It's a dub.
It's
no
a
stepmom.
dub. I can't do kids. Sorry.
Why not?
Nah. I don't want to be no third party and nothing. I don't want to do that.
All right, so let's just be real here. Fourth baby mama came out by Summer Walker, and now everybody don't want to be no baby moms on the side, you know what I'm saying? And that's completely understandable. If you want to be the first baby mom,
first and only,
I respect it. You should be. You respect yourself. Not man, if you know what I'm saying, dude. No shade towards you. But yeah, okay. All right, so we're bouncing around here. So let's go back a little bit and talk about elementary. What stories you meant from elementary, or is everything like vague and?
Oh my goodness, elementary. So my first elementary school was Woolslayer Elementary. Mm-hmm. I went there up until third grade, and then I moved to Sharpsburg, so I went to Fox Chapel, and I went to Kerr Elementary. So like one of my elementary memories is like my first time going to Kerr Elementary, my first day, literally. So I went from going to like a predominantly black school to a predominantly white school. Mm-hmm. And like literally like my first day, I'm sitting in class, you know, everybody's coming in the classroom. And like I finally looked around and noticed I'm the only fucking black person in this bitch. Like, and I'm used to like it being black people, you feel me? So like it was like kind of like almost like a culture shock, but it was different for me. And like as time went on, I remember like my mom making fun of me saying you're talking like a white girl and this and that. But like what you expect? You didn't, I'm in a whole different environment now. You know what I mean? So like, of course, it's gonna be somewhat of a change, but swear. Oh no! Actually, you know what? My elementary memory, Mr. Kestner. That was one of my favorite elementary school teachers.
I haven't heard this story, so we're both. This
I
is
feel
new.
like I might have told you this recently about the crowns. So like we were making crowns. This is my 4th grade year. We're making crowns in class or whatever, and like I made this crown, and on the back of the crown I wrote, "I am a girl."
Oh yeah, you did tell me this. Yeah, I remember this.
I wrote "I am a girl" on the back of the crown, and I gave it to my teacher. And Mr. Kestner was a little bit feminine. We'll just put it that way. You feel me? So like, so I wrote "I am a girl" on the back of the crown, and I gave it to Mr. Kestner. He didn't realize what was written on it. So like, I put the crown on his head because he used to love me. He still loved me, but like, I put the crown on the teacher's head or whatever, and then he's wearing the crown teaching the class. You know, so he turns around, starts writing on the board. Whole class laughing because it says "I'm a girl" on the back. And then like he didn't know why everybody was laughing. Then he realized, and he kind of laughed it off too. But like when you're a kid, like I don't want to say, I didn't know what gay was or feminine guys. You know what I mean? I didn't understand all that. I just knew that like, hey, my teacher, he act like a girl. He act like a girl.
Some similarities, yeah.
Back, so like he definitely was teaching the class with that crown on. Everybody was laughing, and he kind of laughed it off too. He still loved me though.
What do you have like? I mean, it doesn't have to be actually school. Just around the elementary like years you had, family wise. Did you have any memories with your families that like pop out to you like immediately?
I feel like it's so weird because like there's a lot of positives and negatives, that you go through growing up. But Normally. It's like the negative shit is the shit you really remember, like which is so fucked up.
It is what it is. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
So fucked up. I can't tell you what I did, but I got in trouble for something. And, like, literally, my grandma was great beating my ass. She's like, go pick the switch. She had a tree outside in front of her house.
Hold on, stop. Because this is a new generation where, like, they don't really get beatings and stuff. I'm saying my mom didn't technically beat me, but, you know what I'm saying, there were certain instances where I've done stuff that's out of line and I needed my ass whooped. In public, it was a pinch, you know what I'm saying? But we need to bring ass whoopings back because a lot of people need their ass whooped.
And it's not necessarily abuse, okay?
Yes.
Like, I wasn't abused or nothing. Like, whatever I did, it was something bad because I didn't really get beat as a kid very often. Like, if I got in trouble or got beat, it was because I did some shit and
You got to give that backstory now because, they'll be like, oh, they're out there beating their kids. No, that's not the reality. It's just like instead of me saying the B word to my mom or something of that nature, I'm getting beat versus you're going to get a sit down timeout talk. No, there ain't no timeout. It's beat and then you go get some good sleep, a good nap.
Oh, facts. I probably slept good, but like my grandma's like, go pick the switch, like, cause my grandma old school. She old. Grandma, it's my grandma, not my mom. Go pick your switch. So like, there's a tree outside the house, and normally I would go pick my switch. You know, pick the tree branch. That's what a switch is. If y'all don't know, tree branch. So like, literally, I walked outside and my ass ran down the street. I didn't pick no switch. I ran down the street. Street. And I ran down the street and I got down the street and I'm like, where the fuck am I about to go? Like, where am I about to go?
Why not? Okay, this just might be me, but why not run before picking the switch? Why get the switch and then run?
Bruh, I don't know. Like, I'm like, let me get the switch, but I'm like,
you want to follow directions first.
Bruh, I ain't want my ass beat for real. I'm like, damn, she gonna hit me with this. No, I'm going down the street. So I ran down the street, but I'm really thinking to myself, like, where am I gonna go? So I knew I had to go back. And that's one ass whooping I remember. Facts. I got back home, and it's my grandma. Like, damn.
She was working with the switch.
The switch, that
the little twig.
Like, that's almost, bro. Like, imagine go pick it. Like, she made me pick it. Like, she didn't go get it herself. She said, "You go pick the switch." Like, yeah. That's how you knew I fucked up. And it's crazy. I don't know what I did, but I know it was something because I wasn't a bad kid. Like, I ain't getting in trouble for real. The facts, my dumb ass ran down the street, and I'm like, I got down the street. Like, where the fuck am I about to go? I knew I had to go back. So I had to take that L and suck it up.
Definitely
suck it up.
You have a you could talk about that too, because you have a very close relation. From what I've heard in stories I heard, you have an extremely close relationship with your grandma.
That's my dog.
Look, that's my dog.
I like her more than I like my mom. Sorry, Mom. But like my grandma, she always had my back to the point. Like me and my mom go through something. She's calling my mom, cussing my mom out. Like she always takes my side.
She's the only one that can check her. You can't.
She used to check my mom. Oh, she used to check her for me. Facts, like my grandma, definitely my dog. I need to go see her too. I'm probably gonna see her later on today.
Cause contrary to proper belief, parents ain't always right. You know what I'm saying? And they think they is, but they not always right. But yeah, that's a whole nother convo. We ain't going. All right, so I gotta bring like a topic that we've talked about, Brittany Renner. So, I mean, I know it's typical on a podcast to talk about stuff like this, but hey, I don't care. It's a phenomenal talk, and we're going to dive into it. So you're going to give your point of view, and then I'm going to give mine. So go ahead.
I don't want to say like she's a genius, but she know what she's doing. She's a smart woman.
A genius. This is you hear this. She's a genius, you guys.
No, I think she's a very smart woman. She's strategic, and she knows what she's doing at the end of the day. Like, not saying that it's right, but like, what's right and wrong nowadays? You feel me? Like, people know the parts they play in the situations they put themselves in. So, like, I think she knew what she was doing, and she played her cards, and she did what she needed to do, and she got it done.
Okay, so I don't think we're going to agree on this.
We're not going to agree
I've
on
listened.
it.
All right, but before I speak on something, I normally like to be caught up on it. I want to do my research and background stuff. So what I've seen from her speaking on podcasts, and apparently she has a book. So, I mean, you can't be a dummy. Well, you could, but you can't really be a dummy writing no book. So I assume she has some type of smarts up there in her head. But when I hear her speak and stuff, it's not what you would like normally think she would say or be like. But she does have switches when she turns it off and on. But how I feel about her, the situation, again, it's hard speaking on people's situations because you don't know everything that you need to know. But what it seems like she was preying on bull. You know what I'm saying? You talking about coming from college into the NBA, and she's a beautiful woman. So it's just like she was stepping on bro's neck, kinda. You don't think so? In some form or fashion, he was of age, so we can't really play that card. But she was definitely stepping on bro's neck.
She has a reputation. You think bro didn't know about her reputation? And if he didn't, he's a dummy.
That's how he ended up there with her. But
so, like, my whole thing is, like, he knew what type of girl she supposedly was, or, you know, the reputation she had, and he chose to deal with her and get her pregnant, and that's on him.
So bro she's not in the wrong at all.
I mean, he was over the age of 18, right?
You see how normal it sounds coming out of your mouth? Like, as a woman, it sounds so normal coming out of your mouth. Let me say that. I'm going to get the, oh, he got to go. He's done. Canceled. Done. It's just, nah.
I mean, even if a girl is over the age of 18, that's the legal
True.
age, right? Not saying that it's right
True.
because me, 18 years old, I was a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
Straight dummy. But, like, I mean, still, that's the legal age.
Apparently,
so
she
illegal.
bounced around, though, and she was messing with, like, Kaepernick and stuff. So it's just like, how do you go from, like, messing with someone, like, that high? Because we're talking Kaepernick, a lot of people don't know this. Like, all they talk about is the fact that he's out of the NFL. But, bro, that Black Lives Matter campaign and all that stuff, that brought him a lot of bread. Like, Nike had to pay that check because they were definitely in the wrong with some of the things that they were saying. But back to Brittany Renner. So she's just, like, in the clear with all this in your book. Just there's nothing more to speak on in
There's
that situation.
nothing illegal about it, so I guess. Not saying it's some shit I would do. I wouldn't do no shit like
Go
that.
into
I'm not
college
messing
and
with no
stuff.
fucking 18, 19-year-old, however old bro was. I wouldn't do it, but like at the end of the day.
Finances is taken care of. We not going. He played for the Hornets. You know what I'm saying? He got a little. Y'all know them NBA players got bags. This ain't 1996. You know what I'm saying? They get those big contracts now, and they rookie contracts be over like around 10 mil. So, hey, you got to go get the bag. That's what I'm not mad about. But this is going to play a part in her future. If she wants to get married or be have a serious husband or something, it's going to be hard for her because she's going to be like, said to say, they're going to only want to use her recreationally. Like, that's it. They're going to only want sex because look at what happened to P.J. Washington. So, like, and if that's going to play a part for her future, hands down.
Maybe she don't want to get married. There's some women that don't want that.
Every woman wants to get married
Not every
eventually.
woman.
I mean, of course, I'll always say there's anomalies to situations, but majority of the time, you're going to want to end up with someone down the line. And it doesn't have to be marriage, like, specifically, because I always say that, like, marriage isn't always for everyone. So even if it's, like, a long-term partnership without including the papers and stuff into it, because marriage, it's expensive. A lot of people don't really talk about that.
And so is divorce.
And if you go in with the mindset of, oh, divorce, and a lot of people aren't good with work and stuff, I don't know when this changed, like, back then, I guess they kind of worked through their problems. And now with social media and stuff, it's like, nah, women, and I don't blame them. You shouldn't have to deal with something you don't want to deal with. So that's the thing now. They're like, oh, you want to cheat? You want to do this? We're not going to talk. We're not going to work it out. I'm out. And I respect that. But also, if you want a long-term marriage and you hear these people that have 50, 30, 40 years, there's stuff that happens that they end up working out. So
what they say, I seen this post and it was saying like, how do people have a long-term marriage and like, you know, what's the secret to that? And people say forgiveness. Because facts, nobody is perfect and you going to go through some shit. But there's certain shit you, like you said, don't deal with. But like, there's going to be stuff you have to go through dealing with somebody else. Nobody's perfect and everybody has to learn.
Everybody does have to learn. Okay, so you have quite the music ear. And normally, like looking off you first glance, first of all, don't judge a book by its cover because the type of music you listen to is like.
I'm about to take these glasses off. It's time to take them off. Sorry, I'm listening to you.
Okay, those are off-white glasses. I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep saying it because it's a flex. It's definitely a flex.
Especially since he passed away right after I bought these shits. But
R.I.P. Virgil. That definitely is. A lot of his stuff is definitely. I've already seen some of the shoes take off. Talking about like $22,000 for a pair of ones that. Were just like 5,000 not even too long ago. But music, so who do you listen to? Like, who's one of your favorite artists that you go to? Don't say Drake. We're excluding him.
You knew I would not say Drake. Drake is not one of my favorites.
I know. I just
you knew that wasn't coming. I love ESTG.
Yeah.
It's just something about he put me in my bag. But like, I also listen to a lot of female rappers like Kinda Man, like Bia, like. Because they're females, I can relate to them more.
That's
they
the
make
bodega
me,
shorty, right?
The bodega shorty, facts. So they make me feel myself. I listen to her and I'm feeling it. You feel me? But I love ESTG.
That's who's at the top of your list.
ESTG.
There's one person I know you're gonna say his name.
Cash Kid.
I was about to say you're not about to leave him out because every time I ask you, that's who you go to.
Bro, he got me through my heartbreak. Facts.
And these are like more trap rappers.
Yeah, because Cash Kid's from Detroit, so that's not Detroit. I like Babyface too. Look, I
Babyface,
love Detroit rappers. Yeah, like I love. But like Cash Kid definitely got me through my heartbreak. I was listening to that shit like, oh, I'm about to run it up and flex on all these motherfuckers. Anybody ever did me wrong? Like, they gonna see me, and they gonna see me doing good. Like,
On my mama.
facts. On my look, it's funny, Cash Kid got a song called On My Mama. He said, on my mama, I ain't worried about a bitch. On my
All right, look, because we don't want to get copyrighted or nothing, so you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
But nah, because I was about to sing them lyrics right with you, because I know that whole song.
That song's hard as fuck.
R&B wise, so let's tap into that more of like, what do you look? Because
Okay.
we've had a conversation, and I was telling you about my old school playlist and how like when I listen to it, it's just a joy that brings me and a happiness that just isn't provided in today's music. So you've listened to, you was tripping off that fiending. That
I
heard?
Jody C. I was
That
listening to Jody
Jodeci?
C. Like, I'm going to make a baby to this shit. Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna make a
come
baby.
and talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
I really want. Look, no copyright, but you know, y'all know the vibes. Like, facts. I feel like a lot of music nowadays is like low vibrational. That should be having me depressed or hypersexual or on some gangster shit. Like, music nowadays kind of, it don't make me want to be in love. But I was listening to like them throwbacks, like you said, like all that 90s. Even like 80s R&B stuff, and that should just make you want to be in love.
Even
like,
if you look at like how like
love.
society was back then, it was like the family, love. Like you hear some of these stories, you hear some of this music, and it's like every song, The Temptations, Luther Vandross, Lionel Richie, love. It's just something that they portrayed and kept pushing and pushing. And even hip hop started to make its interest to it. There's some people that can tap into the hip hop and do like A Boogie, who sometimes, I don't want to say A Boogie, it's not love, it's more like he's against
Fuck
women.
bitches.
Fuck bitches. Yeah, see? So I don't want to give him that note really, but you just see that how hard they push love and loving someone back then. And it's just not the same. Now Morris is like, oh, and Cardi, listen, Cardi B, love her, you know what I'm saying? I respect her. Cardi B, City Girls. But let's be real, their guys are selling you a false narrative. Like, they are in relationships saying, be a city girl, be single. Cardi B is married with kids. Like, and she's making a WAP song, and you guys are listening to this. Like, she ain't single.
How you think she got them kids? That WAP. That's how she made them kids.
And she got cheated on with that WAP.
You right about that. You right about that. But she still sang about her having that WAP. Like,
And I respect it, but like what I'm saying is like the message that people are taking from them isn't normally the what they're actually doing, like create a family, you know what I'm saying? So
but also music is how you take it. So like
True.
someone might listen to like a song and be like, hey, this is how I'm going to take it, and someone will interpret it a different way. You feel me? So like music is what you take it. Like you take what you want from a song. Not everyone's going to hear the same shit you hear.
okay, so we've talked about this, and now we can finally talk about it on camera. The fact that sometimes we dabble and talk about how maybe the world is a simulation.
Oh my goodness.
And go ahead with your views, because you know how I feel about it.
Look, the world don't make no sense to me. Like it don't make no sense.
It doesn't.
Like sometimes I be thinking deep about like how, like, is this real? Like how the fuck, like what else is out there? Like, is it a simulation? Is someone who's playing my life right now because I'm ready to be richer than I am now? Like,
Exactly.
where's my husband at? Like,
But
what's
why is the
going
world
on?
based on money? Like,
Bruh.
and then it's just like you wake up to work to pay bills and do all this extra stuff. But normally what I don't normally see people say, or that's what is normalized in the community, is like happiness. You don't hear people saying like, but are you happy? Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I have this, I have that. But are you happy? Because you can be happy without materialistic things. Now there's things like shoes, which you guys
Shoes
know.
make you happy.
love. But nah, and I understand some materials can bring you happiness, but it's just like you can get happiness outside of that. And it's like the older I get, I'm starting to realize like I'm spending X amount of time at work, I'm doing this, that, the other, but am I really spending time with the people that love me? And it seems like the older you get, the less and less and less time. Like I used to be with my mom. I was a kid. I was with my mom every day. I seen my mom every day. Like, and that was normal. Now it's normal for me not to see my mom because I'm working. And that it shouldn't be that way. So it's just like things like that. Y'all got us working and stuff, paying these bills, making money. And what is money really? You know what I'm saying?
We
They
on
just
a
printed
floating rock paying bills.
You
A
sent me
floating
the
rock
TikTok when
paying
they said that.
bills. Like, what
I
is the
posted
point
it.
of bills? Shit is here for us to have freely. Like, you know,
Water.
we can grow our own food. Water's here.
The earth gives us water for free. You can grow food for free. Electricity, yeah, it takes some maintenance to create, but in reality, it's free. You know what I'm saying? But they found a way to finesse us into the situation of paying, and like, that's just me like joking around. I don't really know if it's a simulation. There's just certain things that when you dive deep, it could be true.
We just in somebody's Sims game.
Oh, and then you got
we in the Sims
Mark
right now.
Zuckerberg creating that metaverse stuff.
Thanks.
But look, the technology is going to advance. It's going to be natural that happens. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to sweat it too much, like with the NFTs and stuff, like, because if you think about it, we've been doing that. You've made we dabbled into crypto, but you had more success than me in something that you were telling me isn't so popping now. But at the time when you told me it was very low, Dogecoin. We could dive into how you dabbled with that and just tell us the story of how it happened.
Okay, so literally I was on TikTok and I seen people talking about Dogecoin. So I'm like, what is this? Like, I kind of knew a little bit about crypto beforehand, but like I didn't really know much. I still don't know much, but I'm kind of still learning. So like I got into Dogecoin because I seen the TikTok, you know, and I made a lot of money off of it. But look, you know, I made money.
Slight flex.
I made money and then literally like end up going down again or whatever. But like, now what is it now? Shiba Inu is like the new popular coin that's going on right now too. So like I'm still kind of learning. I still got a little bit in Bitcoin and all that, but like I'm still kind of learning about all that stuff. But like I definitely recommend people learning about it and getting into it because the value of the dollar is trash.
It's decreasing.
It's trash.
It's decreasing because there's no what is it? It used to be backed by gold, and that's the one thing I don't know. I might be incorrect on this, but I believe China was trying to get all the gold back to back their dollar, and that's because I was wondering. People were saying, "Oh, we owe China all this money." But in reality, it's not even that. It's the fact that we sent all these dollars, and now that they have gold back in their dollar, it has more value than it would versus ours, if that kind of makes sense. Because ours has nothing back in it, but they just print in money, make you work for the money, then funnel that money in to just redo the process. It goes in a circle. So crypto will definitely seem like it's going to be the next big thing. But
and it's worldwide too. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a U.S.
But it can
thing.
be hacked. You can't really hack a dollar, but you can hack crypto.
Don't hack my shit.
They used to mine Bitcoins. That's how it originally started. So it's like, that's my only fear when it comes to like cryptocurrencies is like what's going to happen if somebody can get into the account or something of that and just drain all of that.
Don't hack my shit. And also they say it's good to have different wallets, like stuff on Robinhood. There's Coinbase, Robinhood. I know there's other places too, but like they say have your shit in different wallets and different, you know, using different apps. You're still holding your Doge, aren't you? I'm still holding my Doge.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even look at my, well, you told me to go to Coinbase. I haven't really, because, you know, I started it, but I haven't really bought anything on there. But I sent you what I was looking to because I was looking into more of like gold and buying gold because it seems like you look at the, all right, I watch a lot of finance. You know, I'm an in-house kind of guy, and a lot of people don't know this about me. I watch a lot of financial literacy. I don't know why I'm not rich yet, but I watch a lot of financial literacy videos and stuff like that. And what they were saying is like, look at the past and look how everything has evolved over time. But normally you see like a civilization crash or something. Normally what they go back to as a form of currency to back their coins, like I may be wrong on this, the Roman Empire. It started off as gold, and over time they used copper and kept clipping it to the point where it just got to be useless metal over time, and then they had to go back to gold and start where it started. And I feel like the dollar has inflated so much, eventually we're going to have to go back to gold. So I've been looking into that and buying gold, but you're going to be careful because, you know, people can, you know, sell you some bull.
So you got to make sure it's real gold.
You definitely have to and it's expensive. Gold is not cheap.
I haven't looked into gold, so I don't know yet. But I've been hearing a lot about NFTs. I need to do research on NFTs. That's kind of becoming popular too. But I've been trying to invest my money into like different things because sometimes you make money and you're like, okay, what do I do with it? You know what I mean? And how do I turn my money into more money? So like, I've been looking into crypto stocks, and I'm trying to learn about NFTs because I keep seeing a lot of stuff about NFTs.
Well, I'm not too knowledgeable on NFTs, but I did see somebody explain it into a way I would understand, and they were like, think about it as like a Fortnite skin or an item you buy in 2K, like some shoes or something. That's how it kind of normally is. It's like you buy something that's in your locker, like that you have, and it's always there. Like if you go get on the game, that skin that you bought is going to be there. So I think that's how it is. It's like a virtual thing that you own. And I've looked. I don't know how it's gonna work in the future because again, with all this technology stuff, like there's got to be someone smart enough to be like, oh no, I can get this code, blah blah blah, and bam, now this is mine. So that's the only thing I think about when it comes to like technology and stuff is like, is there going to be able to someone that hack your NFT? Is there going to be somebody able to hack your crypto? It's just a fear of mine, which I'm probably going to have to get over because the world's evolving. But it's definitely kind of scary. But all right, so we getting towards the end here. I want to let you open up, and if you have any questions for me, I mean, you know, majority everything. If you want to, don't.
How's your love life? We talked about mine. How's yours? How's it going? Anyone new in your life? You know.
All right, so
how you feel about love?
You know, I always say this. I don't do relationships. So since I have to dive into it, and she's making it about me, I don't want to talk about myself, but we'll dive into it. I don't do relationships. You know, I live in Pittsburgh, so you know the dating pool is really trash, trash, like trash. They all want the same type of guy, and it's like not only about money. It's like the love of toxic, and it's like if toxic's not in their relationship or you're not bringing toxic energy towards them, it's like, oh, it's not fun for them. So I don't want to say everybody. Like, of course, there's other people that maybe I haven't experienced yet, but I normally go for looks and like the most beautiful women, and normally that's what comes with that. So my love life is just like, there really isn't no love life. I just kind of deal with people, talk with them, converse, you know what I'm saying? Try to make them realize that the guy that they want doesn't really make a lot of sense. We've went over this.
Like, sometimes you want what you don't need. That's the problem.
I mean, you want a financial person that's like, normally this is what I hear. Like, I've heard them. So you want him to be stable financially. You know what I'm saying? You want him to be a phenomenal father. You want him to be sensitive, talk to you, bring everything to you. And then this is what the real kicker is to me. They want him to be a black man. And you know how rare that is. What was the one thing? These niggas are broke. So you know how rare that is. And a phenomenal father with all these deadbeats out here.
You just gotta pick right when it comes, you know?
Yeah,
true. To that. You gotta pick right.
So I tried to switch it over and kick off my love life.
You do not want to talk about your love life.
Because I don't have a love life, you know what I'm saying? I've been in love twice. With two girls, I'm going to put them out there, but they know who they are. Well, one of them doesn't know who they are, but it's just like...
How you in love with someone they didn't even know that you was in love with them? How'd that happen?
The first girl,
you do not want to
talk
about
y'all know how
him.
it be. It'd be like, you don't really want to give them that ammunition, because then, like, when I drop this episode, it's going to be like, oh, so you was talking about... Bro,
they might not know that you
I was talking about Rihanna. I don't know what you talking about. I was talking about my baby. You heard?
Not Rihanna.
But, yeah, it's just like, I felt for her. We had till this day, I've had the longest conversation with her, and I've said this to you before. We were on the phone for 11 hours. And to be on the phone with someone for that amount of time, knowing you have school the next day.
Wait, sorry, that's half a day. Almost half a day.
Bro, listen. You know what I'm saying?
What y'all talking about?
Come on. You know how it is when you really fuck with somebody heavy. And it's just like, we was just talking about everything, like school.
Y'all do fall asleep on the phone 11 hours? Y'all had to fall asleep. Y'all fall asleep?
We did fall asleep.
Y'all was just talking. Y'all talk too much. Anyway.
What?
11 hours of straight talking, bro?
I mean, if we fell asleep on the phone, maybe like 3 to 4 hours of that. Like, of course, there's times when we hanged up, maybe the phone died. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, like, we'd call each other back immediately and then we were still on the phone. You know how it is when you were young.
Was there,
you had time to do that. But so my love life is just stagnant right now. I don't really love anybody. I'm not looking for no relationship. I kind of DM females and mess with them. And don't worry, now, everybody, there will be no more DMs coming out of my IG, Facebook, or nothing, because I'm about to make it, and y'all not going to get me when I make it. So that's off the table.
Speak that shit into existence. Y'all heard them.
Any more questions other than my love life? Oh, my God.
Let's talk about heartbreak. I want to talk about heartbreak.
Look, we got 9 minutes. You want to talk about heartbreak?
Bro,
go first.
I do not wish heartbreak on my worst enemy. That shit is terrible.
It is.
That's terrible. But I'm not going to lie, because sometimes, like, the greatest version of you comes after heartbreak. And I had to realize that because I'm at, like, one of my greatest self right now. You feel me? Like, and it all happened after heartbreak. Like, it kind of pushed me to really like do what I want to do, find myself, love yourself too. Love your fucking self. I had to learn how to love myself because I feel like for the longest I ain't loved myself. I was loving somebody else and putting someone else first, and I kind of forgot about myself. But like, heartbreak sucks.
I've told you this ample times. You don't realize how special you are and how rare you are. The fact that you're able to, you know what I'm saying, communicate, that alone is like, you know what I'm saying, when I say communicate, I'm talking about like you've said it to me, I've seen it happen. Like when you have a problem with something, you're straightforward about it. Lately you haven't been so straightforward. I don't know about this new cuddly bear act, but you'll bring it in.
I've been trying to be softer because like I don't want to say like I be so like masculine and aggressive, but I do sometimes. And like I'm a female at the end of the day, so like I want to feel feminine and soft, and you know I don't want to be an alpha all the damn time, and you know. So I've been trying. It's kind of been working out, but at the same time we want to backhand.
Yeah, naturally.
Motherfuckers be pissing me off.
That's why I don't allow myself to even get to that point.
I swear. And some people will try to take advantage of the fact that you be soft for them. I don't like that. You're not going to take advantage of me because I'm not that bitch.
So you're over that heartbreak now, though?
Completely. Facts, completely. I'm in such a better place. And I ain't going to lie. I'm not even mad at the person that broke my heart because, bro, it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. I ain't going to lie. Like, getting my heart broke was one of the best things that ever happened to me. I needed that. And I needed to humble myself, too, because it humbled me. I sure will humble your ass. It humbled me.
Definitely. I don't really want to.
You don't want to dab one to your heart break. Have you gotten your heart broke, at least?
Yes, I've gotten my heart broke. She knows what she did. She's going to play her story.
Were you young when it happened?
Yes, I was young, and I always say this when it comes to females. This is why I don't do relationships. I turn into a bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's all about her. All the friends, you know what I'm saying, are like they become non-existent kind of. Mm-hmm. And when you give somebody your all like that, it can be scary, really scary. And then if they break you or hurt you in a certain way, especially as a male, like y'all are stronger than us. I mean, we hate to say it, but it's true. Like I couldn't have that connection. Toxic sexual relationships. Y'all can deny it all y'all want. Think about it in your head. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we've reached almost the end of this podcast. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you giving me the push that I needed because a lot of people were just like, oh, I'll do it with you, I'll do it with you. And this shows, like, how real women are because a lot of you guys out here are stagnant and lame as fuck because you're lame, and that's how it is in my book. She came from St. Louis, got on the pod, in her bag, you know what I'm saying? Off-white glasses, y'all broke, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't got no cheese. I had with the side view, you know, off-white glasses. So, and I appreciate you coming on. Of course, we're going to have to do more. Every time you come to Pittsburgh, come back to visit family. We are knocking out a podcast because this was easy, my first podcast, and it's just we breeze through it. We talk like this all the time, so of course it was easy. At first, you was a little jumpy, energetic, but then I had to, like, you know what I'm saying, ask you some questions, slow you down. You talk about love, and she is like, okay, calm down a little bit. Let me get real smooth with it. So I appreciate it. And, yeah, that's a wrap. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to